Annyeong, it's Mikey here, and today I have a very interesting video. It's actually something I haven't done before, and we have to thank Fifine for sending me out the BM88 mic arm and the K688 microphone. So, I've never done a microphone review. This one's going to be very interesting to do because I'm going to be reviewing how this mic is, but luckily I actually have a few mics that I have, so we can kind of test to see how does it work, how does it sound, and of course, we will actually take a sound test with the keyboards as well. So we'll do a keyboard sound test with my main mic that I normally use, with this one, and even my SM7B, and then we'll compare the three mics to see what do you guys prefer, and of course, what do I think about this mic, and is it really worth it? So please, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into the unboxing. So starting off with the unboxing of the Fifine K688 and the BM88 boom stand. So they sent me out both the mic and I got the mic arm as well. So let's start off by unboxing the mic arm. Now this is the one that's going to be on your desk, and it's just a boom mic arm stand where you have it on like your desk clipped on, and then as you can see here, that's the section where you're actually going to have it on your desk. And then it has a really nice tightening tool. So most of the mic arms that I've tested usually come with like a little bit more of the cheaper ways to tighten it. This one comes with something nicer. It gives you an adapter on the top as well for like mics and different types of mics. Actually, which is quite interesting. One other thing I noticed is just overall the build quality in terms of the like actual steel and everything is quite good. I would say compared to like my mic arm, which was about $65 ish. After taxes in Canadian, the 5 BM88 actually does provide a decent quality, and we'll go into the price about that later as well. But overall, I gotta admit that it's actually a pretty decent mic arm, and I think we'll have to see really how it works out when I go into it a little bit more. Now, the K688 mic. Now, this is supposed to be a USB or XLR mic, which is awesome because you can choose two different ways to do it. I also see right there that it has a muting button right on top, which is cool. And another thing is that it kind of came a little bit dirty. Like saw a lot of like dust and everything in there. I think it's residue from the actual like styrofoam. So something to keep in mind if you have a white version. I think the black version is gonna be a bit easier to keep clean. They also give you that little adapter in case you need it to connect it to like a mic arm that might not have one. And then it's a USB C to C, but also has a USB 3.0 adapter on there, which is awesome for you. And then, yeah, as you can see with the XLR, but of course, let's go into taking a look a bit more. So we just came back and I finally got it set up here for you guys. So this is the USB plugged in right now to this mic, and I plugged it straight into my iPad. That's where usually I do all of my audio recordings. This is the mic arm from Fifine, and honestly, the mic arm is actually pretty decent. You do have to tweak things with the tool. So you do have a Allen key that you need, and then you're gonna have to actually tweak it a little bit on the things to tighten it. But this is the USB, so hopefully you guys can hear everything. You might be catching a lot of the background, like my fan noises because of my lighting. So keep in mind just about that. But let me try giving you guys a bit of like a audio. So when I think about a mic, I think the voice is important, but I'm also thinking like you guys might want to hear like a song. Like some people might want to be doing like audio vocal recording. So let me kind of give you guys like a comparison with like the different mics that I have for that too. So first, we have the voice for this one. We have comparing with the MKE2 like 400. Now let's go into the XLR version. So I'm going to change it out to my XLR cable. So this is going to be with the XLR. So I have a Focusrite Solo that I use for a lot of my like audio interfaces, and this is going to be recording it with an XLR cable. Now this doesn't need too much power. It does work with the Focusrite, but I did have to put the gain on the Solo all the way up to about like 70%, which I don't know if it's gonna be really that great, but let me just bring down the gain a little bit. I mean, in general, I always do post like bringing up decibels in general in vocals for like this kind of stuff. But I mean, overall, I think that it's nice. It's nice to see that this mic can do both XLR as well as USB, which really is going to be comfortable for a lot of people. You can either plug it into an XLR, like if you already have an audio interface, and if you're doing streaming, something like this would be really perfect. In general too, I think this thing sounds pretty decent. I mean, like if I was to go let's try a little song. What can I sing? I would help kind of see the different styles, I guess, what you would do. Okay. So the song I'll choose is like, say, there's one from like the K-pop Demon Hunters, the Korean one. So like, I can't sing it at that high pitch though. It's gonna be hard. But let me just kind of look at the lyrics real quick, and I'll be like, 너와 함께 하고 싶은 일들을 상상하는 게 요즘 내 일상이 되고 너의 즐거워하는 모습을 보고 있으면 자연스레 따라 웃고 있는 걸. So we have that with this mic. Let me try the same thing with my Sennheiser MKE 400. So let's switch that up. So we could change from the Fifine to the Sennheiser. Let's try the same song again. 너와 함께 하고 싶은 일들을 상상하는 게 요즘 내 일상이 되고 너의 즐거워하는 모습을 보고 있으면 자연스레 따라 웃고 있는 걸. So that was the MKE. Now, sorry my singing is not great right now. I also have a really bad cold. Let me change to my Sennheiser SM7B. So let's try to go into doing the song again with the SM7B. 너와 함께 하고 싶은 일들을 상상하는 게 요즘 내 일상이 되고 너의 즐거워하는 모습을 보고 있으면 자연스레 따라 웃고 있는 걸. So now you guys kind of like a vocal comparison with the three different mics. Obviously, I think this one and the Fifine is gonna be like way better than the Sennheiser MK 400. But overall, I think in general, like quite good, right? This is a huge price difference, right? This is like a mic that I spent like $300 on. That one's like $100. Now let's go into doing the sound test with like the keyboard, and of course go and check out a little bit more information about the mic itself. So let's go right into that. Now let's take a look at the price itself. So this is going to be $75, and really not a bad price. Overall, I gotta admit that like the quality of mic when you listen to it, you know, when you heard my voices over there and like the singing, have to say that it's a really decent quality mic. You're getting a very good like vocals out of it as well. And of course, we're gonna do like the keyboard sound test after, which I want to get your guys' feedback on. And you know, the fact that it has like the XLR available as well as a USB, even options to control the mic volume, as well as having a headphone connector, so you can actually just connect to the mic itself, is actually really nice, especially if you are someone who does content creation or you are a streamer. It will help to have this kind of mic to have, especially if you're on a budget. I think for a budget, this is doing a really high quality work. And I'm using an SM7B, which is like more than 5 times the price, which is kind of crazy, the fact that this is doing a really good job with the recordings. If you go on Amazon.com, you will see here that it's 51 USD right now. So it's a Black Friday deal going on, guys. So this is a good time, hopefully, that this video will catch you guys, where you can get a really good deal for this. Now, as you can see here, I have the SM7B. I spent 400 USD on that mic. So that mic was quite expensive. It is a better quality mic overall in terms of the sound. Like you could hear the difference in terms of the audio. It's really more focused. It's not getting and catching a lot more of the outside compared to the K688, which is honestly not as directional compared to the SM7B. But I would say that if you really consider the price difference, right? Like it's way cheaper to get the Fifine than get the SM7B, especially with it on sale right now. Like it's like 8 times the price. Another mic that I have is the AT2020, which is a USB mic. I don't have the XLR version, but you can get either one. And this one's like $100. This one doesn't have the little bit of focus though, so it catches even more sound on the outside comparatively. And I did love the AT2020. It was my favorite mic for the longest time. The thing was that it does catch like all the outer sound around me, which is not great, but the Fifine actually is able to kind of focus a little bit more, not as much as the SM7B. And overall for the price, I think it sounds really good, especially if you're someone who needs one for gaming. I think it's better to get a separate mic. But now let's go into the keyboard sound test, and I want you guys' feedback on what's the best. So we just did all like the keyboard testing, and overall, the BM88 I think is a very decent mic arm that you can grab. It definitely has a little bit more like hold to it in terms of the different angles. But the thing is that I find that it's really uncomfortable in terms of like having to use the Allen key to set everything, and then you have to redo it each time. So that's a little bit of a annoyance, but still very strong in holding. Now, I love this adapter. This adapter is super great because you can actually use it for many different things. And you could use it as a camera one as well. And like even the camera stands will be able to have like the screw there. And that adapter will allow you to actually put the mic on there. So for those that actually are out there recording things, it's a really good grab to do that. I think this adapter alone is a super big saver in terms of that. Now, as I said, like these Allen keys you get provided too, and it's just work, right? At the end of the day, having to deal with the Allen keys to make changes in the angles and tighten things is not the best thing ever. I think it's a little bit more uncomfortable to deal with that compared to just having it move and then tightening it with like something that has like a tightener on the side, which is something I personally prefer. But each their own. Some people might want to have it just set and then stay, because the ones that have like the side knob to be able to tighten it usually will loosen over time, while the Allen keys are usually going to be really tight. Now, the mic itself is very well done in terms of the sound. I think I really liked how it came out with my voice and everything. It wasn't as I would say centered and focused like the SM7B is, but overall the Fifine does a really great job, especially when you consider it's like 1/8 the price of the SM7B. I do appreciate that they provide like the side there with the elastics and gives you a little bit more of that shock resistance, which is good. And then you also get like the adapter there as well as the mute button on the actual mic. Now, one of the key things that I didn't like about this mic was this specific area where it locks in. It's like made out of plastic and it feels very cheap. I kind of wish that they did a better job with something a little bit more. But overall, a very decent mic in total. And one thing I really do want to ask you guys is, because I did the keyboard test with so many different mics, I would love to know which one did you guys prefer in terms of a mic test, because I want to make a best like sound test video for you guys, and if I need to change my mic, I think I want to do that. So please leave in the comments below which one you think I should do. Now, of course, I'll have the links in the description for you guys to check out the Fifine. It's a really good deal right now for the Black Friday. I think you don't want to miss it, especially if you want to play games on a computer or on the PS5 even. Overall, I hope this video helps you guys to see, is the Fifine worth your guys' money? Honestly, I think in general, the mic itself, the K688 is actually quite good for the price, right? For what you're paying for it, this definitely does the job. I mean, in terms of like my vocals too, I think it was actually quite well done, especially when you consider like the price and comparison with like my SM7B. The mic arm itself, I think it's okay. For the price, it's okay. I think it still needs a little bit of work in terms of like, you know, the fact that you still need the Allen key is kind of annoying, right? I'm gonna be honest, it's a little bit annoying to use the Allen key to tighten things, but overall, it's still quite sturdy, quite well built. I think if I compare it with like my original mic arm, definitely a little bit better of build quality, but it was about $10 more expensive. I'll have the links in the description for you guys, so you guys can go check out both of the mic arm and the mic from Fifine. And of course, check out the other videos I got, and I'll have to catch you guys next time.